Syria may be heading towards a serious escalation, with tensions rising across the country from Kurdish-held areas in the north to the Druze-controlled Sueda in the south and the Alawite-majority coast. The escalation began from the northern city of Aleppo late on December 22nd, with clashes between the forces of the Islamist-led government and fighters affiliated with the Syrian Democratic Forces. The clashes came ahead of a looming end-of-the-year deadline to integrate the SDF into the government under an agreement reached in March. Fighting took place around the Kurdish-majority neighborhoods of Sheikh Maksoud and Ashrafia, de facto held by SDF. The clashes claimed the lives of 3 people, including 2 women. Ceasefire was reached within a few hours. However, tensions persisted, with both sides deploying large reinforcements along the main front line from Aleppo to Raqqa and Deir ez-Zor. No progress on the implementation of the March agreement was reported afterward. As the clashes in Aleppo were calming down, fighting began in Sueda between government forces and Druze fighters from the National Guard. The clashes took place near the towns of Rimat Hazm and Atul to the northwest and north of the city of Sueda. 3 personnel from government forces were killed and 4 others were wounded. On the other side, 2 Druze fighters were killed and 7 others were wounded. Tensions rose again on December 24th with the release of a report by the Washington Post accusing Druze of receiving weapons and salaries from Israel and even the SDF. Then the tensions moved to the coast. Government forces stormed the town of Babda, where it attacked a cell of Alawite rebels. Clashes went on for several hours and ended with the death of 3 Alawite fighters and an elderly civilian. Several security personnel were also wounded. In response, the Alawite Supreme Council issued a statement warning the government that it could once again call for protests and hinting that the community won't remain peaceful. A New York Times report that came out on the same day claimed that former Syrian officers led by Tiger Forces commander Suhail al-Hassan were planning to retake the coast. The latest development highlights the government failure to build trust with Syrian minorities. The situation with the SDF is especially concerning as the government appears to be preparing to attack the group after the end of the year. A battle with the Kurds in the north of the country will certainly lead to escalation with Druze and Sueda and Alawites on the coast. Thus, all hell could break loose in Syria within a few weeks.